were talking about like one of them is gonna fall to us.
Right,
And I
right.
was happy with Jamar Chase, and I still am. He's gonna get his points. He's had some really weird games, but I don't think that's on him. I think that's on Mr. Joe Burrow. T. Higgins being out, that means you can double Jamar Chase, have the safety over the top with the corner, and then put
Right.
the best corner on your number 2 receiver. So yeah, so that's why I was like, that's why I'm not worried about that. If there's a fucking pick I should be defending, it's fucking Keenan Allen. All right. Because even Scary Terry hasn't had a bad year. Like he's had a decent year. He's been averaging like 10 to 12 points a game. I'll take that, especially with the quarterbacks he's had. But
You'll take consistency. Like
yeah.
and Keenan Allen not playing for the whole year. That's why I was like, can't really defend an injury. But Jamar Chase, like on a brighter note, Jamar Chase, for everyone that sees Jamar Chase on the trade block right now, he has the peripherals. He's getting 20 plus yards targets. He has like the third most in the league. He has some of the most within the 15 targets. It's there. It just hasn't fully clicked.
And then I think that offensive line, yeah, they're having issues now, but they rebuilt that offensive line. So I'm gonna expect those issues now, but I promise you, they're in the playoffs. That offensive line is gonna be solid because they signed Collins, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like the pieces that they have, the pieces, they're just not. It's like the fucking Lakers. They have all the talent in the world, but it's just not blending, right?
Right.
So I think that's what's going on.
Rick Brook.
Yeah, dude, I feel so bad for them. But anyways, I feel like they're gonna be fine. I'm just trying to stay in the fucking league. I'm just trying to stay competitive.
Try not to be last.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be fucking last.
That's one thing, dude. We didn't really decide what the last place should
be.
Dude,
it has to be. It has to. Fuck the STD test. I could give a rat's ass if someone has herpes unless you post that shit on social media. I don't give a fuck if you have HPV. I don't care. What I want is I want a motherfucker to pull up to Olive Garden with a blow-up doll and have a full fucking meal and buy the girl the blow-up doll a meal as well.
I think that's got to be it, right? And you're like spooning her the soup. You're spooning the mannequin the soup. You know what I mean?
You have to sit there until you get you have to order 2 courses, appetizer, entree. You don't have to do a dessert. And then you have to sit there for at least 30 minutes after the entrees get there.
Yes. That's it. And it has to be
I'll pay for
recorded.
The fucking meal if I need to. Like
it has to be streamed. Okay, so I'm thinking that's the way to go. I'll put it up to the league for a vote, but that mannequin idea has to be the way to go, bro.
It has to be humiliating. It has to be painful. Like I ate fucking 80-something apples. You know what I mean? I think I don't remember how many I ate, but I texted. It was like a ridiculous amount of fucking apples. It was like, so fuck. And I woke up at 6 a.m. to go do it because I had a bunch of shit to do that day. So yeah, that's my take. Fuck that. It should be embarrassing.
Do you think that McDonald's was a good little first year punishment? How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, it's probably the worst punishment I've had. I've never had a punishment, so yeah, that was really like the worst fantasy football year I've ever had. That was fucking terrible. But remember,
we could emphasize.
Remember, I had DeAndre Hopkins, and so I think he was suspended. No, he got hurt. Then I had Michael Thomas. He was out.
Right.
I had like all the players, and they all just got injured. I just ran out left.
They just didn't play. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's another thing too. Is did you like that it came down to the last game of the year, or do you like looking at who's in last place to start those playoffs?
Like what? Like you're saying for like the punishment,
right?
Like how there's a bracket. Yeah, because otherwise, I mean, at least I had a chance to get the fuck out of it. That's the way I look at it. And then it encourages the people to stay engaged too. That's important. There's nothing worse than going to a league where the team, like players, don't stay engaged. Yeah. That's the worst.
That's what I want because your brother Braulio, bless his soul, when he realized one year that he wasn't getting into the playoffs, he dropped every player on his roster, and I had to individually take each player and put him back on his team and then lock his fucking roster. So you can call this the Braulio rule. Every year now, I am not dealing with people not being active. I will pay you if you win the losers bracket, and you do not want to be in last place. So
Yeah,
I feel like we have Braulio to thank for that.
And it's so funny because obviously I know all you guys through Braulio.
Yeah.
And do you remember the first time we met?
Was that the time down when we went down together? And
yeah,
I did the dance, right?
Yeah. So, and like, to me, I have pictures of it, so I'll fucking send it out later today.
Yes,
but we went out and we went out to dance. We were upstairs at playground. I think it was you, Braulio, maybe I know Mikey was there. I wasn't sure. I think Nick was there too.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Courtney, and we're all up there, and we would hijack the fucking dance circles.
Yeah,
we just get in and start fucking dancing. And dude, I have this picture with you with the fucking sling. You're just like squatting down, bro, getting down.
I remember at the end of the video you took, my arm is out of the sling, like I didn't just have surgery a week ago, you know?
You're just like, I don't have the video, but I have a screenshot of you just like getting down, dude. And there's in the middle of a fucking circle. That was beautiful. But
it's a good night.
Yeah, I used to actually some of the years that Braulio was in the league, like he would have me like set his fucking lineup. And then that was the first time I was like, I was like, I'd be like, who's on the waivers? Like, who's available? And he's like, hand me his phone. And I had no idea it was a 14-man league. And I look at it, I'd be like, what in the fuck is going on? I was like, what is going on? I was like, where the fuck are these players at?
That's when you knew you had to be in the league. Hey, honestly, adding you to the league has been one of the best additions because you stay active, bro. You're very social, very extroverted. So like just you even doing that the last year's punishment, like I really appreciate it because some slimy motherfucker would just be like, no, I'm just not going to be in the league anymore. So you fucking followed through and I'm just happy with that, dude. Thank you for being in the league.
Yeah, it was for the integrity,
Yes.
Something that Nick, Brian, and those fucking Patriot fans don't know anything about. Integrity.
They don't know anything about that, bro.
Fucking cheaters, bro.
Slimy.
Yeah, fucking dirty Boston people.
We got a minute left before my Zoom kicks me off. Talk your shit, Jaime. What are you going to do this week? Are you going to beat me?
Goddamn fucking right. I'm going to beat your fucking ginger ass. You hear me? I'm a fucking LJ. Big Trust is about to fucking put in work against Tom Brady, bro. Remember Tom Brady's last tweet when he retired? He's like, it's your turn. You're up next. Try to pull some Kobe shit, but he ain't Kobe because he's a fucking cheater and he hasn't raped a girl yet. So my boy Lamar Jackson is about to put in work, dude. All right?
So not 11.8 points like he did last week, or
look, I'm telling you, Lamar Jackson is gonna give me a solid 21, bro. 22.1 or some shit.
Hey, my bold prediction: Daniel Jones gonna outscore LJ this week.
Who they playing? The Jaguars?
Yes, sir. No.
Daniel Jones is the most fucking overrated quarterback that ever.
You put up 34 for me, bro. Let me.
I don't give a rat's ass how much you put up, bro. All right, that motherfucker has the worst haircut in the league. That guy just looks like a doofus, bro.
He's playing the Seahawks. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
we're gonna eat, baby. We're gonna fucking eat, dog. So, Jaime, thank you for being on here. Thank you for being in the league, following through with that punishment. Shout out Colston or Paul. Hopefully you guys follow through on that punishment this year. One last thing, Jaime. Who's going to win the league? You're being realistic. Who's going to win the league? Is it 6-1? Tunchi's back?